So suppose, okay, suppose this point is x. So ex is the point here, right? You understand that? Ex is the point. Then this is 90. Okay. What would be this coordinate? So I'm bringing you to the VCE thinking, okay? Otherwise, you will see like in the exam these things straight away. Just do that. If this is there, this is log, this is ex, this point is specified. How do you find that point? Anything. And this is y is equal to x, you know that.
Would that be y is equal to minus x, like the line you draw?
Y is equal to
Minus x, the line you draw this way. That create a 90-degree angle.
okay. So I'm not asking the equation of the line, right? I'm asking that coordinate. I'm asking this coordinate. You are telling me about this equation. You are right. You are right, but you are telling me about this equation because it's 90. So what he is saying that this equation is y is equal to minus x.
Sorry for being like
Y is equal to minus x. That's what he said. So you are from also 2, right?
Yeah.
So y is equal to minus x. That's what he's saying. Now I have a question. Is it really y is equal to minus x? No. What? It is y is equal to minus x, but plus something, right? Why? Because if you connect this, there is a y-intercept. Okay. Now, I mean, your thinking is right. Okay, but my question is different.
It's symmetrical, so it's that the distance from there has to be the same distance. Both sides, right? So then if that's the same distance, then you can put the same distance to the other side and figure out the coordinates.
Okay, everybody try that. Everybody try this. Okay, I'll tell you the VC question. Okay. They are not going to dance around here. They will ask you to find maybe the area of this area. They will ask you to find that area, and then A, B, C, D, E parts are there. But these kind of fundamental things we have to figure out from our knowledge. Essentially a 9-10 knowledge. So we'll do that first before we move to the other one. Sanla, you good?
Yeah.
In any case, if you can't make because of this traffic or whatever, right? Because some you guys are coming from south there, right? So if something happens, you are coming from further down there, right? If something is happening, I have the facility. You go home and you can do that, but don't do that every day. do the question. So you need to find the coordinate here. How do you do that? This is y is equal to x. This is ex. The other one is log ex. And those two functions are symmetric around y is equal to x. So Akshay said that okay, this is y is equal to minus x plus a, but still a is unknown, right? So those details are there now, right? Now how to find x1 and y1. This coordinate is given to you, okay? This coordinate is given to you. How do you find x1, y1? Now you might think if I have those two coordinates in numbers like 1 e to the power 1 or 2 e to the power 2 like that, life is easy, right? Yeah, life is easy if you are in grade 8. Next year, they are going to put all of these like this.
Can you make the coordinates inverses? Can we do that?
Coordinate.
Can we make x and y like inverses? Can we?
It would still be x and then. log
We have
x.
inverse functions, right?
Oh, okay.
We don't have inverse coordinates, right?
Okay.
I did that
Okay.
one time, so it is, but
There's a metric one that says. So
Yeah.
that if you find the distance from that graph to the middle, then you just have to like add that distance from that graph,
Hmm.
from that to that side, from y.
Okay, do something. So do something, but do something and tell me the answer. How to do it? At least I will do the math here, but you tell me the right way of doing it. If you tell me, okay, here is my vehicle, drive here, I'm not going to drive because I know I'm going to lose, right? You tell me, okay, there's a road, then I'll do it. How to find x1, y1? And as I told you, this class I'm going to continue till VC. Right, because you guys requested me, right? Yeah, so we have enough people here, so I'm going to continue the same class, VC. Probably I might finish the syllabus so early. Probably I might do more than 60 papers here in this class. Yeah. So one of you get, few of you get 50s maybe. Who knows? That is my target. But I will beat you for that. Last year I had 15 students around. I'm thinking of 250s. One is Anuji, one is Ovi. Ovi is accelerated student. Others will go to 40s, but not 50s. They didn't listen to me. Right? Other people, they listen to me 100%. Okay, how come?
Like that, those just those sections.
What parallel?
No, if we we let cut the graph just to make those two areas parallel. If we do that, then that's great.
I mean, this is a non-linear line, right? This is non-linear, right? And this is linear, right? So how come this is parallel to that?
That.
You're asking me a question like this, right? You have a line like that, and this is a y is equal to. You're asking me whether this is parallel to that?
like she means like transcripted, like the ones like flipped or something. So,
But
yeah, it still doesn't work. But like,
no, nothing, zero. Huh? Okay. How about this? Symmetric, right? So symmetric means this should be equal to that, right? Okay. Now, this one, if you extend it, this is A, right? Is it? Can you find A?
Yeah.
Why maybe there is a coordinate given here?
obviously.
Grade 2 math. If there are two lines, Man, so how do you pass a selective food? Like if this is y is equal to x plus 1, then there is a point given here, like 1, 2. Right? What is the equation? What is this damn thing, right? Minus 1x plus a, right? How do you find that a in selective spoon? You plug this coordinate there, right? Because it satisfies here, right? Can't you do the same thing? That's the problem. Okay, do it. Find a now. Sonali, you good?
Yeah.
Find a. So if you find a, so if you plug that value there, right? So, right, so it's going to be y is equal to minus x plus a. So you are going to put x ex there, right? So if you put that, so it's going to be ex minus x plus a. So from here you get a is equal to ex plus x. So you get y is equal to minus x plus x, right? Plus ex.
It's minus x and plus x there.
So are they the same
I
coordinates?
saw that. I saw that.
Is it the same coordinates?
I saw that. Yeah. So this is going to be y is equal to a, right? Yeah, I saw that. Why that happened? Put these things into your experience bucket. Now, what we did was legitimate, right? X was there. That function is fine. We put the details into there, and then we got y is equal to ex. So essentially, what this says, right? Essentially, what this says, this line is y is equal to x, which is crazy, yeah? Which is not, right? So what was the wrong thing? Put this into your experience bucket. If you have y is equal to minus x plus a, if you need to find this a, you have to plug the coordinate, right? Right? So which we did here. That coordinate should be specific. Specific coordinate. It cannot be like xfx or something like that. It should be 1, 2 specific. It should be specific. Okay. Should be specific. Otherwise, you can't do that. Because see, otherwise you are sort of having something weird here, right? But this has a meaning. What is that meaning? You know, this point here satisfy ex as well as this linear line, right? When you do the wrong math, thinking it is right, you get this one, which makes sense. Why? Because this coordinate satisfy this. You don't get this because you are not subbing in the specific coordinates. Right? So do you think these things are there in the exam? Yes, these things are there in the exam. So in the exam, next year also, like when you get the training, you get coordinates like AFA, something like that. AFA, something like that. Now what we have to do, is let x to be A, EX to be E of A. So you change this coordinate, you are removing the functional thing. Functional thing means dependent, independent coordinates you are going to remove. You are going to put specific coordinates. Okay. So when you put specific coordinates, what you are going to get is this: y is equal to minus x plus a. So here y is equal to EA. This is minus a plus a. Then you get a is equal to EA plus a. Then you get y is equal to minus x plus a. A becomes EA plus a. You should have the specific coordinate. So this is the specific coordinate you got. Is it legitimate? Yes. Why? Because you can think that this value is A. Okay. Now, when you get a question in the exam, things will be specific. Okay. So this, I'm throwing my experience, showing you what you are expecting. You understand what I'm saying? So when I give you a specific questions, these things will be specified. Okay. But understand. Okay. So now, okay. Now you found that, right? Okay. This is fine now. Everything is fine. So this is fine. Okay. So now what? How do you still find this? Before you do that, can you find the coordinate here? X2, Y2. Can you find the coordinate here? You can, right? Why? Because you know this line, you know y is equal to x, right? X2, Y2 you can find, right? Okay, let's find it. So there you have y is equal to x here. Here you have y is equal to this minus x plus EA plus A. You have that. So this is your x2. Right. So how do you find that? So x2 becomes, check my calculation, x2 becomes half times A plus A, check my calculation, and then that is equal to y2 as well. Is that right? Where to one, right? Equal those two. So look how I did. Y is equal to x, right? So I put x over here. Look, I put x over here. I bring this x to the other side. Becomes 2x. Then I have only this. So I saw that in my here, right? Targeting 50. Okay. Then initially I wrote that. Then I saw that there is 2x. So essentially to isolate, divide by half with that. Okay. Then y is equal to x. So y2 is equal to x. Right. So we found that. Okay. Now ex curve is like that, right? Suddenly you are losing my expressions here. D1. Okay. So this was A and E. Okay, understand these things. Now can you find D1? Yes, you can, right? Okay. Now how to do that? Now, if you get a situation like that, how do you do your math? How do you arrange your math? X2, Y2 there, EA there. I mean, if you put this one into the distance formula, it's going to be humongous, right? How do you manage that? Okay, look. Now, in distance formula, D is equal to Y difference square plus X difference square root, right? So I'm going to remove that stupid square root. I'm going to say D1 square. Right? Then Y difference. Y difference is, look, you have to be a little smart here. Put this into experience pocket. EA minus Y2, right? So I know that Y2 is equal to X2, yeah? So I just remove one of the coordinate and say X2 square. Okay. Then A minus X2. See? This is how 50 people simplify. I'm showing you because you don't see those people, right? You see only me all the time. This. Now, how do you simplify that? Now, x2 is this, right? Okay, look how I'm looking at this. X2 is this, right? So, if you want to sub this in here, sub this in here, I mean, you can spend like 10 lines here, right? To simplify. Don't do that. Now, think. If you put x2 here, you get half EA. EA minus half EA would be half, right? Then minus x2, right? So minus A divided by 2. Done. Plus here x2 is this, right? So now A minus, so minus will kill minus of A, right? So I would say A divided by 2. Then E A divided by 2. So don't spend time to do that math from here to here. You can spend time, but that means you are not preparing to the exam. At the end of the day, we have exam. Okay, so that is fine now, right? Now, by looking at this, tell me what is the next simplification. By looking at this is not VC, right? You understand this is simplification, right? So tell me how you do it elegantly. Sorry. Take out what? You mean the expand it?
No, take out the half.
No, it's like 1 by 2 there. And the first thing is 1 by 2
EW.
Oh, it's A.
Okay.
Then minus A divided by 2. So bring them both together. So it's like
It's not like difference.
Difference as well?
No, not difference.
Com- denominator has 2.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Is that what you
Oh, so common denominator? Common denominator, is that what you said?
mean? That's what it said. Which was it? No, I put it into simplest.
Okay. So what so what you are saying essentially this 2 is common, right?
Yeah.
So take it out. That's what you're saying. Oh, just, are you asking me to write like this? EA minus A divided by 2. That? Is that what you're asking? Huh? Then what? I mean, don't do these kind of, people do, okay? Don't do these kind of stuff because they don't realize that this is nothing but that. Right? When you are proceeding, the next step would be not the same thing. It would be the next simplification step. If you write this one, there is no difference between this and that. And you have to always remember the grading person is more experienced than you. So he can see, oh, what stupid thing you are doing here. Okay. What? So this is how the life, okay? This is how, even Anuji's class, this is how it is. I challenge. Every corner I challenge. What? Can't see. Expand it.
No, but there should be something there because it's 1 by 2. It is not 8, and on the other one there minus 8. There's something.
So
there.
they will cancel together?
No, there's something there.
There's something there, okay. What is that something?
Take out the minus from one thing and do something. I tried that.
Okay. Then. Now remember, you should be able to write this one. Buddy, look. Look at this, okay? This stuff. You take, okay, I'll do it. Suddenly, you hear me? If you take, okay, you maintain this bracket. This is grade 2 math again. This. What you're going to do, you are going to take minus out. Right? Easier. Now, you know, in grade 5, your youngest brother, he is learning that. Right? So here you have minus 1. Right? Minus 1 to the power 1, right? This is this to the power 1, right? Then this becomes minus 1 to the power, minus 1 times minus 1 positive. So this becomes this. And then addition, that 2 times. True? See that? Is it rocket science? No, right? Yeah, put that into your experience box. Okay, now write it down and then we are still not in the answer, right? We are on the way. Now we need to find D1, right? So that's the thing. Suddenly you can hear me clearly? I hear you. Hello? Suddenly?
Can hear you.
Okay, all good now. So that part is fine. Now D1, where is D1? Okay, it's there, right? Okay, now see, life is so easy now. Why life is so easy? This. This is not that smooth. Actually. I spent 5,000 to this good thing. Okay, so D1 square is equal to that, right? So what is D1 then? Square root 2. Then this guy, right? Yeah. Now, this you can see, right? Square root 2 EA minus. So that is my D1. See, they're coming nicely. Okay, next one. Okay. Now what we had was this. This is my D1. This coordinate we know, right? So this is A, EA. But this coordinate also we know. Now need to find this coordinate, right? X1, Y1 is what we have to know. So this coordinate is X2, Y2. That we know already, right? So you understand, due to this symmetry, this is equal to this. This is D1. Now find. Where this is y is equal to log dx. Okay, so first challenge was to find this coordinate here, and then second challenge is to find d1. Third challenge is to find x1, y1. Let's do it. If you have any question, please ask. This is not a test, right? So we will sort of understand this in the more challenge. We know good. So here, what I am using just grade 8 math, right? It's just that. So these two functions are given, but there is these functions are log functions and exponential functions. But you don't have to know. You don't have to have the knowledge. Why? Because you are looking at the coordinate. So you have to know from your grade 8, 9 knowledge. If this is x, your y1 is essentially log ex. That knowledge you should have. Okay. Okay, now go over it. So to find not this, you have to find x1, y1, right? X1, y1. Okay. Can someone tell me what is x2, guys? X2. What is x2? We found this. X2, y2, same. Yeah, that one. Yeah, x2, y2 is the same. Okay, so it's going to be half EA plus, right? Plus A, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you need to find the other one. Yeah. So these things are fine. These things are fine. These things are fine. D1 fine. D1 fine. This is the problem. Now there is a small challenge there as well. Guys, this is given to you. This is given to you. I'm asking this coordinate, right? Again, here 8, 9 math. No, I mean, no new concept. It's just distance formula. But how do you structure it, right? So, good. You can discuss with me. Should you understand the problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, understand the problem and think how to do that. Stick with the fundamentals. D1, right? So through your experience now. I will have D1 square. Why? Because that square rooting is sort of ugly, right? D1 square. Y difference. So Y difference means Y2 minus Y1. Square. Plus X difference. X2 minus X1. Square. Any hard math? No. Then what is Y2? Y2 is here, right? Do you know Y1? You don't know Y1. So Y2 is equal to E plus A minus Y1. We don't know, yeah. Right. Plus X2. X2 is the same, right? So half EA plus A minus X1. X1 still we don't know. D1 squared. What is D1? What is the D1 you obtained? Yeah. Minus? Plus? D1 squared. D1 is what you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is D1 squared. So I squared. Yeah. D1 is that what you said, but D1 squared. So I squared everything. Okay. So now if you look at this is like humongous, right? But just grade 3 math, just substitution, putting these things. Now the goal is to find y1 and x1. How to do that? Now the thinking is coming. This is the differentiator.
So if they're both equal same distance, and the
What do you mean?
points are the same.
What do you mean?
So if the distance are both the same, the points, one of the points are both the same. So obviously the second point has to, shouldn't the second point be the same too to get the distance?
What do you
That
mean?
makes
Like
sense.
if this, huh? What? Okay, I'll give you an example. From here to your house in Limbu, 2 kilometers.
Yeah.
From here to Shani's house in Berwick, 2 kilometers. So you are saying Berwick is equal to Limbu. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not true. How come? What you are saying, this distance is equal to this distance, so this coordinate should be equal to that coordinate, right? If this coordinate is equal to this coordinate should coincide on that, right?
No, not entirely. I'm not saying they should equal to each other, I'm just saying shouldn't they, because, I mean, because if it's the same distance and you have.
If it is not entirely, it is not.
Okay.
Okay, so we came to this situation. Now what? Imagine. Think. Think. No rocket science, guys. Game easy. X1, Y1 here, right? Can't you replace Y1 by X1? Because Y1, X1, right? So if you write this coordinate, if it is X1, what is Y1? That is on this line, right? So Y1 would be log X1. So essentially what you have to do, you leave it like this, you replace this by what? See what I'm saying? If not, plus. If this point is x1 and y is y1, right? If this is x, if the function is given to you, y1 can be replaced by this. Obvious, right? So if you have y1 and x1, you leave x1, you replace y1 by x1. So in the entire equation, what do you have? X1 only, right? Game over, because your priority is to find x1 and y1, right? So from there you can find x1, right? Now let's do the simplification. This is not hard, guys. The problem is you haven't seen this. You waste your life. That's the problem. That's not your entire problem, but we will make it right now. Half EA plus A squared is equal to half EA plus A minus now this log E x1 square plus, that is the same, right? So I'm going to copy this. All good? Isn't it humongous? 100%, right? What do you have here? Just x1, right? How do you find x1? What find x1? You have to subject that, right? Can you subject that? Because you have x1 here, this x1 is inside this, sort of complicated, right? So how to do that? That's why in the VCE, they will give you something for this. Right, so now you understand why they give the test. In the exam, 100%, take my word, right? They will definitely give questions like this. 100% they will give. But unfortunately, do you think other people will teach you this depth? No. That's why the whole Victoria is not with me. Only few people with me, right? Because all Victoria is not going to get this, right? So this is 100% needed. You check the past papers and everything. So this is the training. This is not VC. You can see there is no VC, right? But I will show you. I have the second paper actually. If you get question number 5, you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for 12 marks in the exam. So they will tell you do this, do this, do this, do this, and this can be this. So you have to have the CAS to simplify this and go quickly, right? So be smart enough to understand what you are going to get. Look at the past papers, and that will tell you the whole story. So now you have to use the CAS, right? So once you use the CAS, then what is Y1? You can find X1 from CAS. What is Y1? Y1 would be, again use the CAS, log E. This value you obtain here, put that into here, using the CAS, you get Y1. That Y1 value you have to write in the paper. Now, when it comes to VCE, I will tell you how to write a paper. Because VCE 2-hour paper is your life. It's a 2-hour paper. So, whatever we learned here, 2 hours almost, like 2 years, you have to concentrate into 2 hours, right? Then, what is needed? These things are needed. Okay. I'm talking about math method. Okay. Math method. First paper out of 40, right? Second paper out of 80. Suppose you are going to get 100 out of 120 for the paper, then that result would be 83%. 83% divided by 2 is 41. Your ATAR is 41. Okay. Now, this is your ATAR. You need that data or you need lower? You need lower? 35 is, available to you. Or you need this. If you get this, your ATAR will be 45. If you get this, your ATAR will be 50. If you get this, your ATAR will be 39. Because this is a scaling up subject, right? In biology, 41 will be 41, right? Maybe 1. Right? Further math, 41 will be 39, maybe. 1 or 2 down. So, don't do further math. Then, what I'm saying, this is 1 hour paper, which Anuji finished in 30 minutes. Even in the exam environment. This one, I trained you to finish it in 1 hour, 1.5 hours time. It's a 2-hour paper. Why I'm doing it? Because definitely with my experience, I know that those who are finishing the paper in 1.5 hours time We'll go to the actual exam and they will take full 2 hours. Why? Because the next paper you are going to get is harder than the past papers. Right? So definitely that margin should be there. This is called proper preparation. If I train you for 2 hours, you are not going to finish the paper. Right? Now, how long I'm going to give you the training? More than 10 months. More than 10 months, I do papers with you. You can ask from my also students. So more than 10 months, I do papers. It's a rhythmic thing. First week, second week, third week, fourth week, like that. It's a rhythmic thing. So we do that, and then sort of we shrink the timing into that. Then we do the final paper. We kill it. Now, killing means what? Killing means this. No. Killing means this. You go to your school and see how many students got this. I know in Nosal personally, not more than 10%. Check if my calculation is wrong. Not more than 10%. 50 last year, 2. In Nosal, last year 2. That means this. Only 2 people. This 60%. Now, I take Nosal, right? If I take other schools, also the same. But what about this 60%? Do you think those students are idiots? No, they pass the selective school, right? They have the intellect and everything, right? What is the problem? Today we had chemistry. I'll tell you a real story. Chemistry. Tomorrow is physics, so I'm sort of talking to my physics people, guiding them, okay, do this tomorrow and all those. So I was asking how is chemistry. I know it's hard, but some of my students, it's very sad to say, some of my students, while I'm finishing 50 to 60 papers, they didn't get the training to finish at least 3-4 pages. If you ask me personally, I will tell you the names. With the names, I'll tell you personally. I'll tell you. That is happening in here. Okay. So be careful. Be careful. That's what I say. Biology, same. Biology, same. Right. When I came to here, I'll tell you that story. So I am recording this. Right. So I came to here.